Chapter 6 Introduction to Visual Basic 2008. Introduction. Visual Basic is a third-generation event-driven programming language and integrated development environment (IDE) from Microsoft. Visual Basic is relatively easy to learn and use. Visual Basic was derived from BASIC and enables the rapid application development (RAD) of Graphical User Interface (GUI) applications. Features of Visual Basic. Like the basic programming language, Visual Basic was designed to accommodate beginner programmers. Programmers can not only create simple GUI applications, but can also develop complex applications. Programming in VB is a combination of visually arranging components or controls on a form, specifying attributes and actions for those components, and writing additional lines of code for more functionality. Event-driven programming. Events are the actions that are performed by the user during the application usage. If a user clicks a mouse button on any object, then the click event occurs. If a user moves the mouse, then the mouse move event occurs. Visual Basic is an event-driven programming language as it performs a set of operations when a certain event occurs. The Visual Basic 2008 Integrated Development Environment. To start Visual Basic 2008, click Start, All Programs, Microsoft Visual Basic 2008 Express Edition. You will see Visual Basic Integrated Development Environment (IDE). The Visual Basic IDE consists of following panes. The Recent Projects pane. It shows the list of projects that have been created by you recently. The Getting Started pane. It provides some helpful tips to quickly develop your applications. The VB Express headline pane. It provides latest online news about Visual Basic 2008 Express. It will announce new releases and updates. Creating a new project. To create your first application, click on File on the menu bar and select New Project. The VB 2008 New Project dialog box will appear as shown in figure. Select Windows Forms application. At the bottom of this dialog box, you can change the default project name Windows Application 1 to some other name you like. For example, My First Program. After you have renamed the project, click OK to continue. The VB 2008 IDE with the new form will appear as shown in figure. It consists of an empty form, the Common Controls toolbox, the Solution Explorer, and the Properties window. Form window. We design our application on the form. It is the user interface where we can see various controls like Textbox, labels, etc. These controls can be used to enter data and perform actions according to instructions. Toolbox. It provides various controls like Textbox, labels, radio buttons, checkbox, etc. that make up your Visual Basic application. User interact with the form through the controls of the toolbox. Some of the most used common controls are button, label, combo box, list box, picture box, text box, and more. Properties window. Properties window are used to provide special characteristics to an object. For example, various properties of label are back color, font, text, etc. Code window. Actual program code is written in the code window. To open code window, double-click on the form or any object on the form. Solution Explorer. Solution Labels and text box. Labels are used to display text that users cannot modify, whereas text box are used to accept user input. Some common properties of labels and text box are name, name of the text box or label. Text specifies the text displayed in the label and text box. Font specifies the font name, style, and size of the text. Text align determines how the text is aligned in the label and text box. Back color changes background color of labels and text box. Forecolor changes color of text displayed in labels and text box. Command button. Command button is used to perform an action when we click it. Some properties of command button are name, name of the command button that identifies it. Text specifies the text displayed on the command button. Font to change font size, style, etc. for command button. Writing first VB program. Step 1. Drag a label on the form. Step 2. Go to Properties window and change its text property to enter your name. Step 3. Drag a text box to the form. Step 4. Now place a button. Right-click here in its text property. Step 5. Double-click on the button to write the following code. Private sub-button 1 underscore click sender as system dot object e as system dot event args handles button 1 dot click msg box hello and text box 1 dot text end sub. Step 6. Click on the run button or press F5 to execute the program. Step 7. Now click on the command button. A message box will be displayed as shown in the figure below. Using val function. Val function is used to convert string value into number. For example, to extract value stored in the text box. Text box 1 dot text is equal to 200. It will assign value 200 to text box 1. A is equal to val text box 1 dot text to get value from text box and store it in A. Performing simple calculation, writing a program to multiply two numbers. In this program, you insert two text boxes, 3 labels and 1 button. The 2 text boxes are for the users to enter 2 numbers. One label is to display multiplication operator and the other label is to display the equal sign. The last label is to display the answer. The code. Private sub-button 1 underscore click by val sender as system.object by val e as system.event args handles button 1 dot click. Label 3 dot text is equal to val textbox 1 dot text star val textbox 2 dot text end sub. Saving Visual Basic project. To save project, follow the given steps. Step 1. Click on File, Save Form 1.vb option. Step 2. In Save As dialog box, choose the location where you want to save the form. Step 3. Write name of the form and click on Save button. Step 4. Save Project dialog box will be displayed. Step 5. Write project name and click on Save to save the project. Note: Visual Basic forms are saved with extension .vb. Let's summarize. Visual Basic is an event-driven programming language which performs a series of instructions when an event occurs. Form is a user interface in which we can add controls that make up our application. Solution window displays all the forms in a VB project. To open code window, double-click on any form object.